Good afternoon, guys. It's Working, bringing you a quick update on Bitcoin. Hope you guys are having a wonderful afternoon. We're looking at Bitcoin at the US dollar. This is the 4-hour chart on Bitfinex, guys, and I'm going to try to make this quick. As I just gave you an update 12 hours ago, price continues to test this, or actually got pushed up and is now testing this resistance here. I told you this is going to be a very, very pivotal point. If price can break above this resistance, this is a massive supply zone, a ton of sell orders here, as is evident by price coming up and wicking in here and getting rejected. However, it's a very, very bullish sign, the fact that it didn't bounce hard off here. It came up, wicked deep into it, and then got rejected, but it's still sitting in the bottom of this zone, guys. So that's a very bullish indication that it hasn't gotten strongly rejected yet. It hit the top of this ascending support line, or resistance line, excuse me, of the top of the ascending channel, of this larger channel, and it seems to be respecting that channel, at least for now. So if price can break above this support zone, or excuse me, this resistance zone here, get north of 7160, guys, I think it'll be a very quick rise to at least 7500, in my opinion. One of the things that I'm getting concerned about, though, guys, is if I look at this pattern clearly, this kind of looks like a bull flag, a very big bull flag, or excuse me, not bull flag, bear flag, a very big bear flag. That's obvious, guys. But it also, if I just do one little thing and I cut off a wick right here and I extend this line out, so I just cut one wick off here on the bottom and extend the line out, excuse me, and then I extend this line out as well, what does this start to look like to you? Well, I mean, clearly this is starting to look like a rising wedge. Okay, a rising wedge is an extremely bearish pattern, guys. So if that is in fact the case, as we approach the apex of this rising wedge, which is going to be somewhere between 7500, 7300, somewhere thereabouts, maybe even as high as 7600, but no higher, price is more than likely, if that does happen, going to end up just breaking right down. As you know, that always happens with a rising wedge. You know, it just breaks right down, and it usually breaks down very, very impulsively. So I want to be very, very careful knowing that. So what I'd like to see in the short term is I'd like to see price not just get above this this resistance area here, above the supply area, which is the top of which is 7160. I'd like to see price rise above this ascending resistance line. So get out of this channel. If we can get out of this channel, that's going to be a very bullish indication. If we maintain within this channel, guys, I think there's a very good chance that price ends up breaking to the downside and breaks down very, very impulsively, especially as it gets up into this 73 to 7500 zone. Excuse me. So let's wait and see if price can get north of here to the downside, guys. Again, we're going to be watching this 6750. If it does break down, we're going to see if that holds. If this 6750 does hold, that's going to be a very bearish, or excuse me, a very bullish indication. If that does break down, guys, then we may start to see much, much lower lows. If we pull our swing high to swing low from our prior high here of the structure, which is 8500, and we go down to swing low, we can see that price is sitting right around the 50. Bounced almost perfectly off the 50 fib level, guys. So this is another reason why this is such a critical area that price needs to get past. It also, it's no coincidence that the 618 fib is coinciding nicely with or I should say, it may not be any coincidence. It's coinciding nicely with what may be the top of this ascending wedge here. So again, that we may be setting up a very strong bounce off the 618 fib, only to crash right down. So that's just another reason, guys, I need to see price break above this wedge, or break above this ascending channel for now, if we are going to remain bullish. Obviously, we also need to see volume increase dramatically if we are going to remain bullish, guys. As of right now, volume is just very, very, very weak. We don't have anything that's showing a sustainable bull run. Doesn't mean it can't happen. Just means as of now, volume remains extremely weak, guys. We've got to see new money into the market if we're going to have any kind of a sustainable bull run to speak of whatsoever. If we look at the RSI, this is on the 4-hour. We can see prices, or the RSI is just getting to the top of what is also a channel here. And I told you to expect a possible bounce off this zone. It looks like it's setting up for a possible bounce. It's very, very overbought at the moment. However, looking at the daily RSI is only sitting somewhere around 58, which has plenty of room to rise, guys. So we may see a temporary pullback, but the daily still has plenty of room to rise. So it's going to be interesting to see how that ends up playing out. Stock RSI is very overbought, also indicates a possible pullback here, at least in the short term. We come over here and we look at long positions. Long positions are not starting to stack. They're just staying relatively neutral, relatively sideways, which is very, very interesting. If I contrast that with our short positions, shorts continue to fall. They're still, overall, they're still stacked pretty high. But as I told you yesterday, if this pattern continues, guys, if shorts continue to fall, market makers are very likely to bring price right back down with it. And especially if you start to see shorts fall and longs start to rise, then you know for sure not for sure, as for sure as you can be, that more than likely market makers are going to bring price down. But as long as longs do not start to stack, guys, it's really anybody's game. So it's going to be very interesting to see how that ends up playing out. If we look at our EMAs, excuse me, we can see that this is on the 4-hour chart. Price rose above the 200-day moving average. It's a very, very bullish indication. If we come over here and we look at the daily, we can see on the daily chart, price just now rose above the 50-day moving average, which is also a very bullish indication. I'd like to see there's more than likely going to be a pullback. We can see we're extended up to the upside of the outer Bollinger Bands, guys, so that does suggest a possible pullback here in the short term. I'd like to see, if it does pull back, I'd like to see this 55-day EMA act as a strong support. If price does break below this 55-day EMA, guys, then it's going to be, I'd like to see it, I should say it this way, if the 55-day EMA does hold, if that support does hold, that's going to be a very, very bullish indication, guys, that there is still a lot of strength in the market, and that the bulls are, or I should say that the bulls are still fighting hard, guys. I don't want to say that the market is showing a lot of strength right now, because there is no sustainable strength without volume, and we don't have any volume right now. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap it there, guys. If you have any comments, questions, suggestions, please let me know in the comment section below. As always, guys, please mash that upvote or that like button. Just lets me know you wanted me to continue to make these videos here. And until next time, guys, please trade safe. Take care of yourselves. This is Working, signing out.